Irritable bowel syndrome, gut health, and ADD or ADHD. Is there any connection? Well, one of the things we do here, of course, is study the trends. What are people talking about? This is one of the health topics that's trending right now. So I asked Dr. Lana, let's talk about that this week. She joins us for our weekly visit with Dr. Lana. Dr. Lana, welcome back. Thanks for being with us.
Happy to be here, as always.
IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. There you go. A little graphic there, the bowel, the abnormal contractions. Tell us about IBS, gut health, ADD, ADHD, how it's all connected.
Absolutely. And ironically, as you know, we didn't plan this, but I suffered as a young girl, teenager, young adult with IBS myself. So I know what it's like. It's one of the reasons why I went to school to get my doctorate. I just could not receive complete help in the allopathic medical world, even though there's well-meaning medical doctors. So irritable bowel syndrome has two components to it. First of all, obviously, gut health, the health of your entire GI tract needs looked at. And there's also a stressor in there. The enteric nervous system is the nervous system that lives in your gut. So when you have a gut feeling, everyone, you're like, my intuition, I had a gut feeling about that. It's real, okay? The Chinese, in a good way, the Chinese call the gut the second brain. Oh. So IBS is not only irritation in the GI tract, there's a stressor to it. Maybe somebody is stressed because they're in college or in school. A relationship could be stressing them out, a job or a boss or something. There is a stressor in their life as well that's irritating and inflaming their gut and also impacting that enteric nervous system that lives in their gut. So you all know that the brain and the gut are connected. We hear that a lot. So that's why, Brandon, you're seeing this in the news. There really is a connection to irritable bowel syndrome and ADD, ADHD, that attention deficit disorder, because the gut sends more messages to the brain than the brain does to the gut. So that's a synopsis of irritable bowel syndrome. And anybody can get it. It can hit anybody at any age. They can be okay, and then an event could happen, or maybe some dietary things, stressful things, medications could happen, and they have IBS and they don't know what's going on. They can trend back and forth to diarrhea, to constipation, nervousness, bloat, overall abdominal discomfort.
Okay, so what do people do about it?
So we are going to be helping your audience with that. And in a nutshell, because this is, I'm going to speak obviously generally, but this is a little bit of a slippery slope because gut health requires some really specific moves in diet and lifestyle, and actually in supplementation. You have to be really, really careful with supplements in the gut health world. And I'll talk about that at the end. So in general, I'm going to start with the nerves. And a lot of people don't stop for a minute and I tell people, look at their life. Like my own private patients, I'll say, go back to as soon as you can remember. Are you 3, 4, 5, 6 years old? Go back to childhood, go back to going through school, go back to your relationships, go into your profession, your job. And honestly, deep inside your soul, stop and think, who or what is causing you stress? I mean, we all have stress in life. You know, everybody is. Good stress, bad stress. You can have stress because you're planning a wedding or somebody in your family's having a baby, and that's happy stress, but it's stress. So I want you to look back in your life and say, okay, who or what are causing me stress? And what shifts, what changes can you make to reduce some of that stress. I've had people, honestly, I've had patients, and I'm being very, very clear, honest, and helpful and transparent as you all want and need me to be here. But I've had people break up relationships. I've had people get divorces. I've had people go talk to their bosses. I've had people change jobs, change careers. I'm not telling you all to go do that. I'm just giving you real life examples in my practice of people have made changes in their lives. I had somebody at a busy executive, they had IBS, and I said, listen, aren't there things at work that you could delegate? And they ended up getting an assistant at work, and their IBS went away. We made some dietary changes. So number one, look at stressors. And number two, and this is just a general piece of help for you around your gut health, is I want you to start thinking of one food, one ingredient. One food, one ingredient. It's a whole food. And we just naturally gravitate to processed foods because we're in America and they're easy and they're quick and they're fast. So I want you to start thinking about how you could plan your day and maybe take a cup of cut up, watermelon and cut up melons, to work as a snack rather than grabbing something out of the machine. What can you do at home to have ready one ingredient, one foods handy that you're fueling your body with one ingredient foods, meaning, an apple, a banana, strawberries, a sweet potato, asparagus is a one ingredient food. There's no nutrition label, no supplement or nutrition label on a one ingredient food. If it's a zucchini, you don't need to know what's in it. It's a zucchini. And that may sound really elementary, but people don't realize how many times they're grabbing a processed food. And then the third thing I do is really educate people around supplementation. So if you like, I can dive into that, Brandon.
Let me ask you real quick though, what about like sodas, caffeine, chocolate, that kind of stuff?
There is a very, very specific dietary protocol that we're going to help all your people with in the near future. But in general, and everybody's different because there's different GI disorders. So there's diverticulitis, there's Crohn's and colitis, there's celiac disease, there's irritable bowel syndrome. So they're all a little bit different. So bottom line, IBS, chocolate, soda, all of that. Let me just make a general statement to help everybody with bloat and IBS and gut issues. Carbonation is the devil to your gut. Okay, carbonation of any kind, whether it's soda, it's Coca-Cola, it's Diet Coca-Cola.
So if you have irritable bowel syndrome, stop the soda.
Stop, more specific, sir, stop carbonation. So if you're going out and say, like, I don't go out, I don't want to have a glass of alcohol, most people will say, if you're socializing, oh, you know what, I'll have club soda with lime. And they're like, yeah, I don't drink, I'm going to have club soda. Worst thing, carbonation for the gut. Think of the bubbles, the CO2. I mean, it is just bloating and irritating.
But let me ask you this quick. Why is it, though, that after a heavy meal, my wife and I want something with carbonation? Why is that, and what can we substitute it for?
You want something with carbonation. Okay, so I'll go back and keep this, short and sweet. But this goes back to my 5-step system. I'll keep this really short and sweet. Most of us, as we've lived in the United States of America, and we are over 30, 40, 50 years old as we're getting older, our cell membranes get clogged. So even though we're eating well, a lot of the nutrition isn't getting broken down effectively in the GI tract and isn't entering the cells to fuel the cell. So we might have cravings. We want a glass of ginger ale or root beer or carbonation, or we want some chocolate. That chocolate can or cannot cause issues with IBS patients. I've had a lot of patients with IBS, they could eat chocolate. So again, we'll do that in the program. But my point is, when you have a craving of any kind, whether it's a carbonated drink or a piece of chocolate after dinner, our cell membranes get clogged from medications, from food, from living, from cough syrup, from going through the pandemic. Seriously, our cell membranes get clogged and they get misshapen. And remember, our cell membranes have doors and windows on them, and they need to open and close appropriately because you need to get hormones in and out of the cell. You need to get toxins, garbage out. Got to take out the garbage every day. And you have to get nutrition in the cells. It's why, honestly, and Brandon, you and I don't plan this, but it's why I talk about the trifecta of supplementation. If you have gut issues, do not take multivitamins. You don't need omega-3 fish pills. I take everybody off of supplementation except for a few things. I have them do Bella Grace. Why? Because this absolutely helps the gut, helps calm the gut. It also, talk about ADD and IBS, Bella Grace gets astaxanthin, which is nature's beautiful antioxidants found in nature, across the blood-brain barrier, my friends. Everybody thinks I take one a day because of the collagen, the good collagen in here. Well, that's great, but that's just a frosting on the cake for me. There is awesome collagen in here, but there are antioxidants that cross your blood-brain barrier, and this also is excellent for calming your gut. I'm going to the second piece of the trifecta. The GATA-TANA is God's food getting inside your cells because of the microscopic size. This is God's perfect food. And if you have ADD, you are low in magnesium. There's magnesium in here. You're low in omega-3 fatty acids. There's omega-3 in here. You are low in zinc. There's zinc in here. Trace minerals in here. Amino acids in here. But guess what? God made it. Man didn't make it. So the GATA-TANA phytoplankton is getting God's nutrition inside your cell membranes, even though they're clogged and they may be misshapen because of the microscopic size of the phytoplankton. And then trifecta number 3 is your glutathione. Why? The glutathione cleans up your cell membranes and helps the nutrition get in and the toxins get out. So we can't make this up, Brandon. I thank God every day the doctors shared those 3 wellness tools with me, but I hope that helps everybody when they're focusing on their brain health and their gut health.
Absolutely. So I want to show you a paper. I found a paper. Here it is. Association between attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and intestinal disorders, a systemic review and meta-analysis, June 2nd, 2025. So this is why this is trending right now.
Absolutely. And I tell everyone, you can go to, it's like, you don't have to believe me. I was trained by incredible medical doctors that laid their reputations on the line to do the right thing for the patients. You can go to pubmed.gov, which is the National Library of Medicine. You can put in attention deficit disorder and things like glutathione. You can put attention deficit disorder and astaxanthin. You can look up the ingredient in here and see the connection. You could put attention deficit disorder and magnesium or omega-3s, and you will see that you need glutathione. You need antioxidants in your brain that the Bella Grace elixir provides. You need the nutrients, omega-3s of God's nutrition with the GATA-TANA. You go to pubmed.gov, put that in the search bar, my friends, and you will see the studies just fill your computer screen or your phone. And know that we are stating facts here, not just, something to tell you to go get some supplements. These are life-altering, these 3, and they will be of great help to your brain and your gut health.
So go here, folks, worldviewtube.com/sponsors. You'll get all 3 of them. Bella Grace, you'll see the GATA-TANA and the Numi, which is the glutathione. The 3 I do every day, And again, if you're worried about gut health and ADD, ADHD, irritable bowel syndrome, all these things, stress. By the way, within the first 24 hours of taking a Bella Grace, I turned to my wife and I said, is it just me or does this make you calmer? She said she experienced that as well. Have other people said taking Bella Grace makes them feel calmer?
Absolutely. Well, if you all remember, if you all remember the story, my mom is going to be 89 and she's on one medication and she is sharper and calmer than all of her friends in their 60s and 70s. And my friends, I am telling you, my 88-year-old mother never misses a day. She does swish about 3 times a day. And she takes her Bella Grace every single day. Her hair is growing like crazy and she's very calm. And the Gatatana, if you remember the story, she had a little issue with her brain last May. And this also helped really bring back her calm and kind, peaceful personality. So all 3 of them are needed, and it does. It helps you feel peaceful and calm because you're getting that astaxanthin in your brain, Brannon, and you're getting nutrition from God. Really, God made it in your cells. And then the glutathione helps to clean up the cell membranes. Excellent. So they can function.
Awesome. As always, Dr. Lana, thank you for all you do. And her website is inspiredbywellness.com. And we look forward to having you back and talking more about gut health.
Sounds good. My pleasure. Have a great night, everyone. God bless.
Dr. Lana checking in. Okay. worldviewtube.com/sponsors to find all the great products that she just talked about that I take, Melissa takes. We take all 3 of those every day. It's a great way, I think, to support your health and us at the same time. worldviewtube.com/sponsors. All right, folks, that's our broadcast for tonight. Do you appreciate what we're doing? If so, we sure appreciate your support. Would you please consider going to worldviewfoundation.com? Worldview, come on over here. You haven't said hi tonight. Worldview Foundation, come on up. You haven't said hi this week. You've been pretty quiet this week. Huh? You've been pretty quiet this week, haven't you? Yep, you have. You're doing good, though, aren't you? Yep, you're doing good. Worldviewfoundation.com if you appreciate what we're doing here and want to support us. Worldviewfoundation.com. You also find our mailing address there if you prefer to support us through the mail. So thank you for doing that. Don't forget about all those great products at worldviewtube.com/sponsors, worldviewtube.com/sponsors. All right. Roll the music. Let's call it a night. Hey, by the way, our national conference coming up on October 3rd and 4th, about 30 minutes outside of Memphis, Tennessee, and the very middle class and the very safe Collierville, Tennessee. All right, don't be afraid of Memphis, folks. Unless you plan to go out and hang out in Orange Mound or Fraser, I think you'll be fine, right? We've been living here 21 years, not a problem here. WorldviewStore.com. Get your tickets, folks. Come to beautiful Bluff City, Collierville, Tennessee, outside of Memphis. May God save America. Take care.
True beauty isn't applied. It's nourished from within. Bella Grace Elixir, a luxurious, scientifically crafted blend designed to restore radiance, vitality, and strength at a cellular level. At the heart of Bella Grace Elixir lies cat's claw, a powerful herb from the Amazon known for its ability to control inflammation and protect collagen. With Verisol collagen peptides, it goes beyond the surface, stimulating your body's natural collagen production to reduce fine lines, improve skin elasticity, and promote real, visible change. Bella Grace Elixir doesn't stop at collagen. It includes astaxanthin, one of nature's most powerful antioxidants. 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, astaxanthin protects your skin from harmful UV rays and environmental stress, while locking in hydration and promoting a radiant, youthful glow. Experience the power of nature with Bella Grace Elixir at melissahousebg.com. Discover the science behind Bella Grace Elixir at melissahousebg.com. Read powerful testimonials from doctors and real customers who've experienced life-changing results, and explore other wellness products from Bella Grace. Bella Grace Elixir is more than just a product. it's a solution. Visit melissahousebg.com today